Sophia always found solace in routine. Every Saturday, she made her way to the local market, a bustling hub of colors, smells, and life. It was her time to escape the monotony of her corporate job, to immerse herself in the simple joy of picking fresh produce and savoring small conversations with vendors. But one Saturday was different. As she strolled through the market with her woven basket, her attention was caught by a small antique shop tucked between a bakery and a bookstore. Its window display was charming, an assortment of vintage trinkets, old clocks, and delicate porcelain cups. Something about it called to her, so she stepped inside. The bell above the door jingled softly as she entered. The shop smelled of aged wood and lavender, and classical music played faintly in the background. She began browsing, her fingers lightly grazing the items on the shelves. Looking for something special, a deep voice asked. Startled, Sophia turned to see a man standing behind the counter. He was tall, with messy brown hair and a warm smile that crinkled the corners of his eyes. "Oh, no," she replied, smiling nervously. "Just browsing." "Well," he said, stepping out from behind the counter, "let me know if you need help." "I'm Liam, by the way." Sophia nodded and returned to browsing, but she couldn't shake the feeling of his eyes on her, curious, kind, and slightly amused. As she picked up a small, intricately designed locket, Liam spoke again. "That's a good choice. It's from the 1920s, and there's a little story behind it. Wanna hear?" Sophia hesitated but then nodded. He explained that the locket had belonged to a young woman who used to tuck handwritten love notes inside for her fiancé while he was away at war. The story was bittersweet, and Sophia found herself drawn to the emotion behind it. "That's beautiful," she murmured, holding the locket close. Liam smiled. "It's yours if you want it. Consider it a gift." She blinked, surprised. "Oh no, I can't." "Please," he insisted. "I think it's found the right owner." From that day on, Sophia began visiting the shop regularly. It became a new part of her routine, but it wasn't just the antiques that kept her coming back, it was Liam. They'd talk about everything, books, travel, dreams, and the quirks of life. She found herself opening up to him in a way she hadn't with anyone in years. One evening, as they sat on the shop's cozy couch sipping tea, Liam said, "You know, I've always believed objects have stories, but I think people's stories are even more fascinating. And I want to know all of yours." Sophia felt her heart flutter. She'd always considered herself guarded, but with Liam, it was as if the walls she'd built around herself didn't matter. Their friendship blossomed into something deeper. They began spending weekends exploring other markets, discovering hidden gems, and laughing over their shared love for bad puns. On one particular outing, Liam stopped in the middle of a crowded street and took Sophia's hand. "Sophia," he said, his voice steady but full of emotion, "shopping with you has taught me something. It's not about what we find, it's about who we're with. And I can't imagine doing this, or anything else, with anyone but you." Sophia felt tears prick her eyes as she nodded. "I feel the same." From that moment, their love story truly began. They continued exploring life together, finding joy in the ordinary and making every shopping trip a little adventure. Years later, as they strolled hand in hand through a familiar market, Sophia glanced at the locket she now wore every day. Inside, Liam had slipped a small note. Our story is my favorite one. Love, always. Shopping had brought them together, but love had made them a team, partners in every aisle and every moment of life.